Hello, hello, everyone. I hope y'all can hear me. Anyways, sorry, I'm just playing with stuff um, until people get in here. I don't know if anybody's in here or not. But anyways, Sunday 5. Ooh, I can change. Ooh, so cool. Anyways, um, we will be talking about fire and all of the ways you can make fire and what items you can use. And what items you can use, what tools you can use to help you in a survival situation. Uh, because, fire is fire is, a basic necessity. It keeps you safe at night. It keeps you warm. It cooks your food. It keeps, keeps bugs away. And it's a morale booster. Um, Fire is one of those things that is overlooked but needed in survival. Um, it's just one of those things. Um, there is multiple ways of starting a fire. One of them is, you know, the basic. Hey, Kara, how you doing, sis? Cheers. What are you up to? I hope you can hear me. I'm playing around with stuff. Like I've learned to get a Bluetooth set so I can, hear people better on other things. Awesome. Thank you, sis. Oh, I'm doing good, sis. I'm doing all right. Just, you know, pulling in another 12-hour shift today. And I got bored, so why not go live, right? But yeah, look at all the stuff I've learned to do, sis. I made a little banner. Hey, Auslander brother, how you doing? Glad to see you here, brother. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you, sis. Yeah, look, I made a little banner that, goes around at the bottom of my thing. I changed the colors of it. I'm moving on up in the world. I'm getting smart. That is true, Gar. That is true. Anyways, let's talk fire. Oz, this is my sister Kara. Kara, this is my Australian brother, Auslander. He's a really good guy. Nice. But yeah, I wanted to do this live stream because, a lot of us homesteaders, preppers, survivalists, average Joes, we we take for granted everything that modern man has created, except for our basis. Sorry, hold on. Hmm, My radio ain't working. Lovely, lovely. But we take for granted everything else that man has created, except for the basics of survival. Yes, sir, brother. Same to you. I wish you lots of health, wealth, and love also, brother. Isn't it almost morning time over there, Oz, brother? Hmm, my radio. That's not a good sign. My radio's not working. Anyways, but yeah, we take for granted all the things that we can just pick up and buy from any place, any store. But, you know, bushcrafters, survivalists, homesteaders, we try to repurpose everything and anything for multiple use. We try to make everything that we own, like a Victoria Knox Swiss Army knife. Ah, it's noon. Okay. Yeah. It's still Sunday over here, brother. It's 7 o'clock at night over here on Sunday. Wow. I can't wait for Monday. I'll be off. But we take for granted everything. We take for granted the ability to get water. Mm, All we have to do is go to our faucet, turn a knob, and we have water. We take for granted heat and electricity. All we have to do is just turn a knob, flick a switch, we have it. And we take food for granted. You know, if you're hungry, you just go down to the local fast food restaurant or the local grocery store and you have it. But what happens when we don't have any of that? What happens, say, when a world crisis happens? Like multiple countries have have had this happen before, you know, where a can of basic chicken noodle soup costs $45. Hey Ron brother, how you doing? Glad to see you here, brother. And during a lot of those crises and everything, they didn't know how to prepare. They didn't know how to survive from everyday use of items. But you take a country, say like Cuba. Cuba's been through so much strife, so much war, power within itself that people have learned to do without and reuse and repurpose items. Like I read an article. Oh, I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing great. I'm glad to hear you are. I read an article, and it was in a third world preservation magazine. And they were talking about these 10 huts in Cuba. And they used, because they had no electricity in these huts, they had nothing there. So to see inside during the day, they filled clear plastic bottles with water, drilled holes into the roofs, and put silicone around them. And the light from the sun refracted into the bottle and into the water, and it shined just like a 20-watt light. And that's how they got their, that was how they were able to see in these 10 huts. Hey, Homestead Aquarius, how you doing, bro? Glad to see you here, sir. And it's one of those things. It's we, most of us, live in an area where we are a junk society. We throw things away, even, and we rely too much on throwaway items. Hey, Tammy, sis, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing okay, brother. I'm doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. But, we have disposable lighters. Flick, flick a dick, you have instant flame. You have Zippos. All you do is refill it with lighter fluid. You have constant flame. But what happens when we have to go back to the basic skills of creating fire? Flint and steel, bow drills, hand drills, even even we will even get to a point where ferrocerium rods will not be able to be made anymore. Right. I understand, Ron. That's the same way with me. That's when I tell people that do have medical conditions, if something major happens, stockpile on the medicines that you can get. Oh, I'm sorry, Tammy, sis. Hey, JoJo, how you doing, sis? I got everybody in here. I'm so happy. I got good family in here tonight. But the basics, even we have even forgot how to strike carbon steel with a flint rock to make sparks. Anything that's carbon steel can be used to create fire. well, can be used to create sparks, but you need something to catch the sparks. Say charcloth, punk wood, something even as basic as chaga. Chaga can hold a fire. Horseshoe fungus, even pasteurized cow dung can catch a flame and hold and smolder. Oh, I'm sorry, Tammy. I'm sorry to hear that, sis. Yeah, these past 2 months have been hard for me too. That is true, Oz, brother. That is very true. It's one of those things. Even, even in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, salt was even worth its weight in gold. I mean, you could literally trade a horse for a ounce, for I think it was a pound of salt, just basic sea salt, and it was worth its weight in gold. Thank you, JoJo sis. Hey, Uncle Al, how you doing, brother? Yeah. See, even the sulfur matches. Yeah. But the only bad thing about sulfur, like the sulfur matches, the reason why we have the strike matches today is because the inventor of the strike match, his 5-year-old daughter, or it was either his 5-year-old daughter or son, but it was his child, saw him use the sulfur to light the match to light the fire. Well, she or he was playing around the fire and dropped the sulfur liquid onto her, and she instantly caught on fire and had third-degree burns all over his or her body and deformed that child. And that's what motivated him to have the strike anywhere matches. But Uncle Al is everybody's Uncle Al. Yeah, Ron. That's Di Bullfrog's name. And happy birthday, Uncle Al. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Ron, brother. But that's that's the thing. Those are the ideas. Those are the processes that we will have to revert back to be able to attain fire, because our modern conveniences won't be around anymore. If anything did happen to this world, if it did crumble society, if it did crumble civilization to where we literally had to go back to the Dark Ages, how many people would be able to go back to traditional techniques? And that's one thing that survivalist shows, survivalist books, survivalist anything, homesteading advice doesn't go back on. We don't learn. We as a survival prepper bushcrafting community, we try to modernize everything. Even traditional bushcrafters that try to be traditional still have modern items because they cannot recreate something from the past to depend on, or it's too dangerous, or something like that. And it's like these are so-called survival handbooks that tell you how to survive, how to do something, how to make something. Say a bow drill, just an example of a bow drill. They don't tell you how hard and how long it takes to create that one tiny ember to create a fire, and how hard it gets to create that ember in an extreme condition also, because they know if they tell people how hard this stuff is, people won't do it. People won't learn that skill. I mean, how many of you want to watch a YouTube video or a survival show and watching them spend 6 hours with a bow drill to make one ember? And when they get that one ember, a drop of sweat lands on it and puts out that ember, and they have to do it all again. Ron. And it's the same thing, there's plenty of tribes still in Africa, still in South America, that are master hand drill, you know, masters. But if you look at it, in every hunting party, there is one person that is tasked with making a fire. All right, Aquarius brother, you take care, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Take care. Thank you, Ron. But even me, Ron, it's one of those things. You have to have the stamina. You have to have the speed. You have to have the endurance to be able to make that tiny ember. And if you don't constantly practice those skills, you lose it. And even me, I haven't done a bow drill in how long? I haven't done a bow drill in 8 years. Yes, I know the knowledge. I know how to create it, but actually physically doing it, I haven't done in 8 years. that's one of those things that it's trial and error. And also you have to look at patience, patience to do something like that. Like I was talking about, we as modern humans, or so-called modern humans, we don't have the patience anymore to do something like that. We don't have the endurance. You may be able to you may be able to lift 200, 300 pounds, bench press it, squats. You may be able to run 15, 20 miles. You may have the best cardio, the best strength in the world, but doing physical, physical precision skills is harder than training your body. Damn, it's okay. It's okay, sis. We'll pack you a full doctor in a bag, med kit. It's okay. But I think the only real person that does survival on TV that actually showed the pain and the anger and the determination that you need to start a fire was Les Stroud. Yes, sir. That's how you do with homesteads. And that's the thing. Everybody has a job. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if, unless, unless they are physically unable to do anything, they are found something to do. You know, it's, hey, speak of the devil, and he shows up, Ron. Hey, Eli, brother. You're all good, Eli, brother. You're all good. Don't worry about it. Nice job, Tammy. I'm not even gonna ask how, sis. I'm not even gonna ask how. But I've even seen people. The one thing I hate the most is when somebody says they're a survivalist and they use the blade of their knife to strike a ferro rod. That's like saying to use the blade, to dull your blade, the one tool you need to make kindling, to make tinder, to process wood. Hey Ryan, how you doing, brother? Anytime, Ryan. Anytime. How you doing, brother? Oh, nice, Tammy. Yeah, they'll just put you in a splint. That's all they would do. No sense in paying the hospital bill for that. Oh, thank you, Eli. But using the blade of your knife on a ferrocerium rod is like using sandstone to strike steel, to strike carbon steel to make sparks. It can't, I mean, it will hurt you in the end. Because I've always heard, and I, and I do believe it, a dull knife in the woods is more dangerous, is more dangerous than the sharpest blade. That's my sis. I'm glad to hear that, Tammy. Sorry, I'm doing reports. I'm a little distracted right now. But hey, Ryan, look what I've learned to do. I learned to make a banner. I learned to change the colors. Moving on up in the YouTube world. One of these days, I'm gonna learn how to make a make a. I even did the countdown thing. That was amazing. Yeah, Matthew was getting smart. It's okay, Ryan. It's okay. If the end of the world happens, there's a Hershey's factory here in San Antonio. I will bring you here and let you stockpile on it. Right, right, brother. Uh, yeah, the world's getting too advanced for me. We'll get you some solar panels, so you can literally keep running that factory. Missed you too, Tammy, sis. I missed all of y'all. But, so okay, so here's the thing. Yes, Ryan. Yes, you can. You just can't paint them. Well, at the end of the world, I don't think anybody cares. So you could do whatever you wish, brother. What do you mean, Eli? What community? Which community is falling apart? Yeah, she can walk and chew gum at the same time, Ron. That's easy. Wait, whoa, 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 Eli, hold on. What are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about? What's going on? Yeah, trust me, Matthew can't isn't a miracle worker. All scars heal, Eli. It just takes time. That's what communities need to do. Yeah, like what Ryan said. It, I haven't even been on enough to even know what's happening anymore, Eli. Nice, Tammy says. Where at? I understand, Ron. Same here, brother. Yeah, Eli, I'm not a miracle worker, bro. I, I sit and I watch it all. Eli. Nice. Yes, sir, Ryan. Yes, sir, brother. I haven't got to talk to my chocolate covered, caramel drizzled, huckleberry crusted brother, Ryan Trombley, in a long time. Yes, sir, Oz, brother. Yes, sir. Yeah, Tammy, no. No. No, ma'am. I would not pay that. I'm cheap. Ryan knows from experience. Yes, sir. If I have the time, I barely have the time to even do this, sir. I am literally working at the same time I'm having this live stream, sir. Yeah, Ron. Yeah, I do, Ryan. I really do, brother. Yeah. If I stop working, if I stop moving, I might as well, you know, stop breathing. You know what I mean? Hey, Tryon, how you doing, brother? Oz, I do the exact same thing to people. When they call me sir, I'm like, nope, nope, I'm not a sir. I work for a living. That's why me and you get along so well, Oz. Yes, sir, Ryan. Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, A21, come in. Uno momento. I'm doing good, trying, brother. I'm doing good. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Hey, big sis, how you doing? Love you, sis. Ryan, Ryan, we are not. We cannot mention Vegas in certain groups anymore. Hi, sis. Love you. Anyways, I got off subject of fire. Sorry. Anyways, the basics of fire. We we as humans have no need for fireplaces anymore. We have no need for collecting, for splitting, for processing wood as individuals. Yes, it's still being done by businesses, but as individuals on homesteads or, say, farms or bug out locations, it's a lost skill also. People don't know what a wedge axe is compared to a a failing axe. Also, people don't know how to process tinder. People don't know how to process kindling. People don't know how to process wood. People say, "Oh, learn knots, learn this, do this." But there's also the same techniques and fire building. Nice, Oz. But people don't know how to make long-lasting fires. People believe just have a lighter, make a small mix matched thing of debris, pine needles, leaves, tiny sticks, and set it on fire, then just add to it. But if you want your fire to be strong, if I say it, I know I'm going to get burned for it. Anyways, you want your fire strong, you want your fire long lasting, and you want it fully heated. Um, or strong, hot, strong, hard, and hot. That's what, you know, people say. Nice, Nicole. I do that on days that end with Y, Ryan. Nice, Nicole. Yeah, you got Ryan's ears perking now. That's very true, Oz. That is very true, especially now that you said the Zippo. Have you seen the new adaptation that a British company made for Zippo? That it's like a rubber stopper at the bottom of the inner core of the Zippo that it self seals so you don't lose any of the lighter fluid in it, and it makes a normal Zippo that has that sealing rubber gasket, um, like a normal Zippo without the gasket can last maybe 2 weeks without filling it. But with the rubber gasket seal on the bottom of it, it lasts up to 2 months by just striking it before you have to fill it again. I would love to see the picture, Nicole says, and so would Ryan. Nice, Nicole. But anytime, Oz, brother. Yeah, I have one, but I have the cheaper version of it that I bought off of Wish to try it, and I'll do a video and show you the review of it, Oz. But the one I have lasts probably about a month and a week before I have to refill it. But the one from I wanna say it's from it's a small place in London, like somewhere. It's a small little factory or survival bushcrafting place in London that makes the actual good one that lasts like 2 months before you have to fill it up again. Ron, you're all good, Ron. I still love you. Hey, SD, how you doing, brother? Yeah, that's what we were talking about, SD. Yeah, there's a company. I wanna say it's called Zippo Plugs, or yeah. I think it's called a Zippo rubber plug. Look it up, and I mean the rubber plug is only like, I think it's like $10. Then the shipping is like $5 for it. So $15, you have a plug that goes into the inner core of the Zippo lighter, and it protects your fluid from leaking out. And it also has its own little field gap plug that you unplug, that you pop out of it and fill up that small area and seal it back in, so you don't actually have to take the whole O-ring off again. Yes, ma'am, Nicole. Zippos are the best. I understand, trying. I understand, brother. Yeah, yeah, Oz. On Wish, it's like, I want to say it's like $1.50 for each plug, and the shipping is like $2. But if you buy multiples of them, the shipping usually like gets cut in half on it. And they also have it on Alibaba also. Always. Nice, Ron. Yeah, Zippos are the things. Like, they're collectors items. Like, half the people that do business with Zippos are collectors or preppers. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Tammy. Yeah, see, Zippo even makes a specific survivalist fire starter. It's a it's like $7 for it. Um, but it's the flint wheel. I mean, it's the spark wheel with a flint, and it comes with like 18 small um, burn cubes with it, and you don't have to, like, you can cut a quarter of it off, and supposedly a quarter cut on it burns for 15 minutes. Oh man, SD, oh, ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm surprised Ryan's not saying anything after you talked about pizza rolls and Vale, but Ryan likes pizza bagels. I gotcha. Yeah. See, there's so many different quote unquote Zippos that he does Vale. Is it, there's so many quote unquote rip off or you know fake Zippos or anything like that. But what really made Zippo the best is the spring mechanism that held the Flint and the um the wick hole. The wick hole is actually the only thing that Chinese companies cannot mimic to get enough lighter fluid into the wick to light it. I will check it out as soon as I can, Nicole says, because if I jump onto Twitter or anything, it's going to kick me off of here. Yeah, yeah. Well, it wasn't a fossil. It was in Egypt. Um, one of those. Supposedly, there was a Zippo-esque lighter that was found that was in a piece of rock, just like the screw and all that stuff. Um, is it real? I don't know because supposedly, just like any other oddball artifact that has been found, has been lost to time. Yes, sir, SD. All right, Nicole. But it see, I like the burnt orange, but the thing is there's a lot of remake lighters that have been created. Um, there's a place like Alibaba and Wish sells a World War I trench rope lighter where it it has the same basic flint and strike wheel as a Zippo does, but it has a huge piece of hemp rope that goes up into it. And it throws the sparks onto the hemp rope and lights it on fire. And it's a smoldering fire. And you use that to light your cigarettes or whatever you want in it. Then you just put out the hemp rope and reuse it. Nice, Ryan. Brother, I wished I could. I really do. That is true, Trine. Time will outlast us all, and nature will outlast us all. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is, SD. It's one of those trench lighters. Right. That's what it is, Tryon. Yeah, it's basically a portable char cloth holder. But they also, I mean, just go on Wish or Alibaba and just type up lighters. And there's also like the infinity match, which is it's got a small wick inside of it, and you fill the holding chamber up with lighter fluid, and it's got a small wick in the part that you unscrew, and it's got a striker on it. And on the back side of it, it has a ferrocerium rod. And all you do is you unscrew it, and that whole entire thing holds the lighter fluid in it, soaking up into that wick. And when you strike it, it creates a flame. And it's I have one of them, and I use that thing multiple times, and I got over 2,000 strikes and 2,000 lights off of that thing. And even after it ran out of uh, lighter fluid inside of it from keep dipping and pulling out and dipping and pulling out, it was still lighting on fire because it was still holding the lighter fluid fumes inside of it. Hey, CR brother. But there's so many things that we can use with fire and to make fire. And just us talking about, Zippos and trench lighters and everything like that. That's one of the Zippos and trench lighters are pretty much the best things that you could do without actually having to create other resources to go with it. Like Flint and Steel. Ah, ow, 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 my leg. Oh, I'm old. But like Flint and Steel. Okay. With Flint and Steel, you have to break a rock at a 90-degree angle, have a sharp enough edge to strike the carbon steel to create sparks. But then you also have to create the char cloth or the charred punk wood to catch the flame. Then you have to hold that char cloth and everything and create the fire out of that. But something like a trench lighter that has said flame to it, all you need to do is once you create the sparks and everything, you just cut off the amber pieces and put it into your tinder, blow it, create fire. Same thing with the Zippos, Zippos can be a lifesaver. It has the cotton on the inside. You could take that cotton out, rip off just a few shreds of it, put the striker to it, catch it on fire, create your fire that way. Yeah, Ron. No, it's just my old arthritis acting up. I'm glad you're here too, CR bro. Right. Yeah, I mean there's multiple things and that's another thing with going back with basic. Right, SD. And see that's one of the things, it's like in survival, yes, you want the easiest. You want things that does not take time to waste because you're in a survival situation. In most survival situations, you are trying to get out. You're not staying there. You're not living there. But going on like an end of the world homestead, like prepper bug in situation where you are at home, you have everything you need at hand. You don't want to waste all your lighters. You don't want to waste all your lighter fluid. Go with the go with the basic before you waste your easy. You know what I mean? Like if you say it's the middle of the winter, we have no power, we have nothing. Yes, use the instant flame to create fire. But if it's in the middle of summer or something like that, and you need fire to cook your food or whatever, take the time. Take the time to make a fire. Make it easy. And all you have to do is just throw a few sparks and catch it on fire. Oh, how you feeling, Nicole sis? You okay? Yes, it is CR. Yeah, Tammy says that it ain't gross. Trust me. Most med kits and everything, people pack pads and tampons and stuff like that. There's nothing to be gross around, by that. You can use a tampon to plug a bullet wound. You can use a pad to cover a gash on your arm, tape it up, bandage it. And those things are meant for blood. And that's what a prepper or survivalist or whatever needs. They need something that's going to help them. Right, trying. Yeah. Life without a Zippo. Yep, that is true, CR. I'm glad. I'm glad Nicole says. Nice, CR. Yep. Yeah. Hey, trust me. I will go into Dollar Tree and I will buy 1,000 pack of tampons and pads and everything, and they're like, "You stocking up for your girl?" I'm like, "Nope." I use these for my survival bags, and people look at me like, "What?" It, yes, sir, SD. Yeah, Ron is. Yes, sir, SD. See, see, Tammy, with preppers and survivalists and homesteaders and stuff like this, there is nothing gross to us. Actually, I think yeah, there was Michael Jackson. He went up in flames in the 80s. There was there's a few actors and everything that went up in flames. I'm sorry, Ron. So is Ryan. Ryan's waiting on his too. Yes, sir, SD. Really? Why, Tammy? Nice, CR. Ron is a good boy. Ron makes Santa happy. Yes, sir, Oz. Nice. I bet you paid a fraction of. Well, I bet you paid a fraction for all of that. Wait, what? What, Tammy? What? Are you serious? Nice, Oz. That is nice. That's stupid. That's stupid, Tammy. Well, everybody needs to, women and preppers and needs to stock up on that stuff over in the UK then. That's just, that's redunculous. Redunculous. Nice, CR. Wow. 26, $26 for a pack of smokes, Oz? No. That's why I roll my own, sir. That's why I grow my own tobacco. Nope. I thought $10 for a pack of cigarettes in New York City was bad. Ron, that is crazy. The prices for things. Yeah, I'm glad I quit smoking packs of cigarettes. After I started growing my own tobacco, I grow Cherokee Gold tobacco, and I roll my own cigarettes. Nah, it ain't gross, Tammy. Trust me, I've heard worse. Wow, Oz. Wow. That is insane. That is crazy. Yeah, SD, I stopped doing cigars also because I stopped drinking brandy because I always wanted a good Romeo and Juliet cigar when I would have a glass of brandy. 823. May I charge on the radio? Yeah. Mm, okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, see, so much different stuff in the world. It's it's crazy the way that everything price wise goes up in this world. Ah, okay. Okay, Oz. Thank you, sir. Brother. Sorry. I'm sorry, Oz. Sir and ma'am is just normal words for me now. You could drink out of a cup, Ron. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. All right. Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. Okay. But still, the prices in your country, brother. Wow. Like, there's so much I want to ask you, Oz, about Australia. I like it. I like it, Oz. Ron. See, Trying. I quit smoking packs of cigarettes when they went up to like 425. Then I started growing. I started growing my own. Awesome. All right, Oz, brother. I will do that. Wait, Discord. Oh, is that like chat room thing? Sorry, I'm not hip enough for a lot of new stuff. Awesome. Okay. Wow. Really, Tammy? See, I thought rolling tobacco would be cheaper. Yes, sir, CR it has. Nice, Oz. Okay. Okay, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this short. I just got a dispatch notice that I need to go. I have to go to another site, so I am sorry, everybody. I'm I'm happy that you all showed up, and I love you all, and y'all take care. Y'all are my family, and I will see y'all around. You also, Oz brother. You take care of CR brother. Miss you too, Ron brother. You take care. Tammy sis, you take care. Love you too, sis. Nicole, you take care, big sis. Love ya. SD brother, you take care of yourself. Yes, sir. Y'all too. All right, everybody. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Bye, family.